5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I am he, and he is me. Greater is he that liveth in me, that liveth in the world. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. I hope everybody had a good day. I'm sure you did. I hope you did. Some better than the others, but, hey, we still here. It's a blessing. Yeah. I want to talk to you guys about a little something, man. Just on the strength of self-care. I hope y'all are eating healthy, man, drinking water, doing the things y'all got to do so that you guys can live long and prosper. I just started my workout again today for the season, and I had an excellent workout. So there, walking right, eating right, sleeping better, and a whole bunch of stuff better. We just gonna wait for a few, man. I guess let people pile into the room or come into the room and get into the room. And while we're doing that, throw your thumbs up as you're coming in. Throw your thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're here. I got something I want to read to you all before we start off, man. This is kind of what it's about. But I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna let some folks get in, and then we can go from there. But for the most part, I had to dig deep for this one. Hopefully you all will follow with what it is I'm trying to convey this evening. And welcome. Hang on. Let me get Instagram up and running. My people over there, they want to get in. Bear with me. It was a beautiful day out today. I hope y'all got out and got some of that on you. I did. Felt so good to be out there. Yeah, and this under the sun, man, and that breeze, getting that workout on, man. I like working out outside. If nowhere else, love to work out outside. What's good, my dude? What's good? Skiba's in the room, man. Bless up. God is good. God is always blessed, man. Good guy, man. Follow him. Positive. Always got something for you, man. Yeah, as people pile in, like I said, we're going to get into this topic. Last night I had some issues with my Wi-Fi, but I will be shooting from my office, where I am in right now. We will shoot here so that I'm sure that everybody can tune in and get what they need from me, and it's clear. Okay? While I'm on here, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to read something to you guys, and I want you to kind of understand. Can you hear me clearly? Is the music too loud? Is it all right? If it's all right, throw your thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me clearly, and the music's not too loud. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to read this to you guys. I probably will have to touch it again. Okay? But here we go. Greetings, gentlemen. I greet you here on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord, 1712. First, I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me by my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and still the oldest methods of control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented, as our boat sails south on the James River, named after our illustrious king, whose version of the Bible we cherish. I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along its highways in great numbers, you are here using the tree and the rope on occasions. I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple of miles back. You're not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprisings, slaves are running away, your crops are sometimes left in the fields for too long for profit. You suffer occasional fires, your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I'm here to enumerate your problems. I'm here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag, here, I have a foolproof method of controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that, if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple, and any member of your family or overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age, but it's there because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantation status, on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in the valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adoration, respect, or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this full indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe even thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves against the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves against the dark-skinned slaves. You must use female against male, and male against the male. You must also have white servants and overseers. Distrust all blacks, but it's necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust us only. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. Who can tell me where that came from? As a matter of fact, here's the topic. This is where we're going with it today. The question is not whether it's real, but is it true? The consistent lynching of black folk. The question is not whether it's real. The question is it true? Has this thing worked? One second, I'm putting it up on Instagram so that they can see. The question is it true? Look at the day and age we live in, people. Right? We're supposed to be kings and queens, but we donning bullshit. Yeah, someone chimed in. Willie Lynch, fear, envy, and distrust. Hook, line, and sinker, a seed planted that we are watering for them at this point. We've been watering it for years. It's just coming to bloom in so many different ways, where our actual being is a runaway locomotive daily. Especially when we do shit like this. Give me any. Let me do it this way. Here we go.
Y'all, so I know you've seen this trending sound. Here's the lyrics. Burn away a carbon beam, knock your legs off. Tried to get away from me, had a standoff. Hit him in the spine, knock his dreads off. My woody called a body, I named him Randy Moss. Basically, the whole TikTok is dancing to black people talking about murdering other black people. So the song is called Beatbox, and it is actually licensed by In Grooves, which is a company under Universal Music Group. And this is Bob Roback, the CEO of that company. Do you think all that negative energy that they're creating in the black community is ever going to affect or touch him? Interesting article on Insider about rap music being used as a tool to turn impressionable listeners into prison-bound degenerates. This is the article here. It breaks down the fact that these people have investments in the private prison industry and they use hip-hop to make profit. And cribs like this is their reward. Meanwhile, looking like this while they're unaffected in the hills. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery except for punishment for a crime. Y'all are dancing to slave catcher music.
Impact. The seeds that we sown. Why is it that black people, why are we dancing every fucking where? Ain't that much to dance about. God damn. Honestly, it is embarrassing. It is truly embarrassing. Is that what you have to offer the world? Is that what we've been sunk to? Missile show, jive as whatever, and the thing is jive, we didn't even come up with that word. It was some fucking writer that came up with that. Come on now. This is the shit we've been doing for the last, I don't know how long now. This social media shit is it's out of control. Motherfuckers can be anybody they want to be or pretend to be anybody they want to be until they have to cash a check. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the one thing is that while we do these things, while we go against each other, we fight on camera, we fuss on camera, we throw our kids out in the street on camera, we beat our kids on camera, all of these things to shame one another, and we fall right into this plan that was laid over 492 years ago. Actually, no, not 492 years, right around 400 years. It's ridiculous. It's a shame. So when I see it, it doesn't turn a smile for me. I'm offended by it. That's your contribution to the world for all the people that were strange fruit for you or for all of us along the way. Some people may attest and say, well, they just died for the wrong shit. No, that's bullshit. We will never see equality, people. That's just brass tacks. We will never see equality as long as we are part of this quote unquote civilization. So while we're here making the most of it and living our best lives, we need to do some self-checking. It's never cool to be comfortable around people that look at you the way they look at you. Idiots, fools. There was a minstrel show, where you had black men who would put on blackface and bigger red lips, and they would do these minstrel shows. There was a movie that Spike Lee did some years ago called Bamboozled, which was a depiction of that in modern times, where you had even, where you had people like Jolson and a few other people that they really called Sleep and Eat and, No Good and Mammy and all of that. This is the modern day minstrel show that we see. But you got people who are willing to do this shit. The young guys run around with the tight pants down behind on their behinds, Really? That's intentional. That's intentional. To further demean you and emasculate you. This is why you feel like you always got something to prove when somebody says something to you. Hang on, somebody said, we don't care. We don't care to know about our history, just like sagging pants. The history stems from slavery, but we are quick to believe we are turning a negative into something other than that. Yeah, that shit's negative. It ain't gonna ever change. Trust and believe me. Sagging pants was always a call to another prisoner when you were in prison that you were ready. And this is the thing that's going on now. While you have these young guys out here walking around with their pants down, I guess some old timers were like, yeah, he with it. Jokes, man. I'm trying to, lighten the mood, but it's real out here. And most of us who see it, it's a shame that we're not choosing to do anything about it. We continue to feed into it. We click on it. We watch it. We laugh at it. We make it go viral. It's a shame. I wish the hell I would do a June bug dance on somebody's TV somewhere. If y'all do, man, y'all know I need a hug, a serious hug. Something's wrong with me. And yeah, I'm knocking somebody else's shit. So I'm not going to sit and say, well, I ain't knocking nobody. No, I'm knocking you because you're an embarrassment. You embarrass me. Just like these young idiots that I was talking about the other night. Why is it that these young boys can't take an ass whooping? I'm serious. Why are these young boys can't take an ass whooping? We came from there, man. If we had some smoke, we caught the smoke. You beat me, I beat you. Whatever it was, 9 times out of 10, we was licking our wounds on the corner, sharing a 40 or something. These kids so quick to go get the pistol. They want to get the pistol. I'm in my feelings about it though. I'm in my feelings about it. How we go through that. And here's the thing. You single mothers out here who have so much anger with the cards that life has dealt you, You know, you're a product of your association. So find you people who are, or pray that God sends you help for yourself with people that are going through the same things that you are going, or have gone through the same thing that you're going through, that can give you guidance, not to turn your children into the streets. Trust me, it won't fare well. Not for you or for them. Not for you or for them. Fathers, I'm talking to you deadbeats out there too. You know, you laid up with her, God damn it, you got rights too. Sometimes you got to go through the fire to get gold. So if you got to go in there and get your ass locked up to go to jail and get that rearage off your back, go get it. Go get it off your back. Get to your children by any means necessary. My father died, boy, and that's one of the things he said. He said, I don't give a shit if you ever got a dime. You stay in your children's life. Period. We missing that. Because we were separated by design, we were told that we were each other classes, different stations in life, and we come from one another. Sad. Sad. Yeah, if you're just joining the room tonight, the question is it true? The consistent lynching of black folks in the street. The design to me is basically to keep us distracted and fighting for scraps and clapping for the scraps that are thrown at us from masses' table while they continue to pull the wool over our eyes. What we don't understand is that we're not the nigga anymore. We're not that nigga. We're not the nigga anymore. There are other ones around now that are vying for votes and place based on social economics, and has nothing to do with status. It has to do with need. Understand this, black folks. I'm going to say this to you. I'll say it again. We are the biggest and the greatest consumers on the face of this earth. We pass more money through the economy than anyone else. Why do you think, and who do you think got the majority of those stimulus checks that went out and the PPP checks that went out and that are going out still? You see it every day. Black woman get arrested and locked up, or chasing her down for buying $3 million houses with a PPP loan, and a pastor bought cars, and come on now, listen. There's a method to the madness. The point I'm making is that because we have, quote unquote, lifted ourselves up and pulled our bootstraps up and are standing in a certain way where we can sustain ourselves, they need to boost the rolls again. This is why they wanted the borders open, the Democrats. This is why they're willing to let illegals stay in the country. And they want us to stand with that shit. Oh, they're your brown brothers and sisters. No, the hell they ain't. No, they ain't. I don't have no disdain for them, but shit, I can't relate to them just like they can't relate to me. In all actuality, hey, look, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to say this to y'all. Tonight, I got shirts that coming out. They be out Friday. And I need y'all to buy one. The black man versus everybody. There it is. Boom. Boom. The black man versus everybody. He's the only being on the face of this earth that's been catching smoke from everybody else, even in his own house. Let's see who I got in the room. Welcome, Tina96, to join the room. Love me some Vishas in the room. Ingrid Sells Insurance 24/7 is joining the room. Get your health, get your life, all of that. Get a nice bundle. Ingrid Sells Insurance 24/7. Aisha's Gunn is in the room. Stanley Hughes is in the room. Toyin Black's in the room. Welcome, welcome. William Wright's in the room. Man, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for logging in. Thank you. Yes. Oh, I got corrected, y'all. Let me Yeah, this is Skiba. I got corrected. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And if you're joining, once again, like I said, the topic is it real? The question is it true? Not whether it's real, but is it true? The constant lynching of black folks. What do you think is happening out in these streets, man? These young boys killing each other. That was set up by design. That's a lynching. Slow genocide. Police killing us with the shitty food options, the shitty water, the selective water. You know, they redlining you with the food too. You ever ask yourself, you bought a head of lettuce, that motherfucker's gone in 4 days. It ain't worth shit. You ever think about that? I know the oxygen hasn't changed. Think about it. You go get you some milk or something, and you got to pour it out 4 days later. Check where you're living at. Check where your zip code at. Go outside of your zip code and go shopping and bring that back, and then see the difference in time elapsed that things will last for you. Yeah. If you're just joining the room, the topic this evening is not that it's real, but the question is it true? The consistent lynching of black folks. I'm going to read this again for those who are just joining the room, okay? So bear with me. And we're going to start here. Greetings, gentlemen. I greet you here on the banks of the James River in the year of our Lord, 1712. First, I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with your slaves. The invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I've experimented with some of the newest and the oldest methods of control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented. As our boat sailed south on the James River, named after our illustrious king, whose version of the Bible we cherish, I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along the highways in great numbers, you are here using the tree and the rope on occasions. I caught a whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple of miles back. You're not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprisings, slaves are running away, your crops are sometimes left in the field for too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires, your animals are destroyed and killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I'm here to enumerate your problems. I'm here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee you, every one of them and every one of you, that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple, and any member of your family or overseer can use it. I've outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On the top of my list is age, but it's there only because it starts with A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantation, status on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in the valley, on the hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have the list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action before that. I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy stronger than adoration, respect, or admiration. The black slaves after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling, self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe even thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old male against the young male against the old male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves against the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves against the dark slaves. You must use female against male and male against female. Is any of this true? That we must have white servants and overseers, distrust all blacks. Is that true? Have they utilized and made us do this? Male against female, and light against dark, and old against young, and young against old. Has all of these things happened? Have they come to pass? Are they still going on to this day? Who do we trust? Who do we actually trust? Because see, it states here that, it is necessary that they depend on us, or we depend on them, right? And trust only them. This goes along with the doctrination that we are still but cattle. We are still but livestock. We are still but people. Anything but. We are less than. And we act accordingly. Is it that hard to get out and do something? People, you are naturally talented. You can do anything you put your hands to. But you want to put your hands to dumb shit because you don't want to put in the work. You want the result and you don't want to work. Work doesn't necessarily mean going to punch into a job or a business. Work can mean working on yourself, being a better individual for someone who doesn't have someone like you to look up to. Stan's in the room. Stanley said, hey, they go get the pistol and kill an innocent person. That's the crazier part about it. Happens every day, all day. But also you got to look at two now for years. And I've been doing some homework, even back to the King with the riots, the LA riots. In LA, they were doing a lot of killing. And I know a lot of, let me see. I'm familiar with a lot of shooters for different reasons many, many, many years ago. And they weren't that good a goddamn shot. And they were doing it on the fly. But a lot of these cases and things that I've seen, there's a kill zone on the body, okay? There's head and there's center mass. When we come and do a job, usually we spray up the whole block. It is a rarity where you have someone who's a distant shot and can hit an individual in certain places not to harm the rest of the body. That's gone on. But I'm stating this because this is another thing where we talk about distraction. Even now, it's just the fact that we got cameras now everywhere and people have to atone to the things that get by or we actually catch. People, if you just joined in the room, the topic is not whether it's real, but the question is it true? The consistent lynching of black folk. Now, if you were here or weren't here, I was reading the Willie Lynch letter to the slave owners that were on the James River who sought his guidance in setting forth this mandate of control that we as black people have been under for years, and we still are there. We don't trust each other. We say we do. We say we love each other, but we don't. Our love goes as far as our door. And that's it, and that's all. That's the majority. There are a few of us that are different. Now, I stated on this show that I had sought to have things in an area where they said that we couldn't have it. And I still, at every chance I get, like to rub it in their fucking face. I'm here. I'm intelligent. I'm strong. I'm masculine. More man than any of you could ever be. And you can't beat me on your best day. On my worst day, my blackness would never allow it. At nothing. But the dumb shit makes it hard for good people like me and you. Because when they see that, they don't have any cross reference. So you're it. You're what I saw. You want the June bug. Anyway. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just ranting, y'all. It was on my heart. I wanted to share it with y'all. Yeah, I'm just giving out the energy. I'm getting it back, I guess, from you guys. Sean's in the room. Sean Green's in the room. Welcome. Welcome, brother. Yeah. You know, the day and age that we live in is different. Information travels so fast, and there's so much of it. So, oh, my cousin says, yeah, no, that's real talk. It travels so fast, we don't know what's true and what's not. Okay. Someone said Henrietta Lacks. Google her. They've been using us for science forever. Those bodies in LA will never be found. Say it again. A lot of people understand that in the LA riots, there were about 18,000 confirmed arrests. Okay? At the end of this thing, when they went to the courts, the district attorneys, they said that only 8,000 of those people were processed. So where are the rest? Don't quote me. I think it's the other way around, either 8 or 10, one of the two. Do your own homework. I'm just inciting thoughts so that you can go and get the information. There are a lot of us missing people. I posted a video some time ago that gave a lot of facts, and the brother got fired. And as an acquaintance, we spoke, and I gave him kudos about the disappearance of us. It's a shame that there's so many devices that can cover up the things that happen to us. You know, I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, shit, you know, even to this day, dogs get more rights than we do. Beat a dog. I guarantee your ass going to jail tonight. ASPCA or your local sheriffs or police department will come and pick your ass up. Beat one of us, everybody's going to jail, or you might get shot. Whether you're the aggressor or the defender. What does that say? And people say, well, you know, you got all these pictures where you have these shooters, the white guys that shot up the church and shot up this place and shot up that person, and all of them are apprehended. But you got black people walking around with a hoagie sandwich, Skittles, nothing, a cell phone, all dead. They come to hunt, man, not to talk. And then you clout chasers, you dumb as shit because you want to sit here and hold court in the street. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Yeah. So, who voted for Biden? Not to change the subject, because it's still the same subject. Have y'all done your homework on him? Have you done your homework on your president? All you Democrats out there. I'm just talking shit, but it's real shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people do things where they're misinformed, and you know, you should be educating yourself with the decisions that you make, whether it's buying a car or home or taking a drug or a shot of whiskey. Yeah. You should be educated on the things that you take into your space and your body, or you give place to. The consistent lynching. We are still being lynched. We are low-hanging fruit. That's what we are. It's a shame that, you know, when we look at ourselves, we're so washed that we can't even see where our true lineage lies, or our true history lies. The majority of us, that is. Elders are dead and gone. They can't even give you the story. The story's dead, died with them. Which goes, as you know, with hand in hand of a statement. You know, you want to find out how to cure cancer or make trillions of dollars or get world peace. Go to a graveyard. It's laying in there. Trust and believe me, it's laying in there. Welcome, Monica Music, Monica P Music, Lady Lala 411's in the house. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. If you're just joining, once again, the topic is not whether it's real. The question is it true? The consistent. If you missed it earlier, I read the letters from Willie Lynch, and just the question is any of it relevant today? Is any of the things that he sought to do to us relevant today? Most people would argue that Willie Lynch was merely a thought, was not a real person, but the thought is real. The spirit in what was written is real. It is alive and acting. It is an entity and has been an entity for hundreds of years, governing and twisting and contorting our lives as black people in this country, in this world. And black men, we are not an endangered species, but we are what's on the menu. At every turn, at every feast, we are branded beast. Do you hear me? So where does it go? Where do we change? What do we do? How do we govern things? Where do we change the universe? Where do we change the universal flow around us and our children, our generations to come. You know, sometimes you have to do the, how do I say it? The cleansing, meaning you forget about the generation now and you reach beyond this generation because it has to wash through. Most people, when they get older, they're not going to change much until some divine thing happened to them, and then they'll change as time grows. But shit, we ain't got that kind of time. Time is tight. Ain't that what Peter Green say? Time is tight. Yeah. Yes, someone said, yes, they went from wearing hoods to uniforms. Well, you know, yeah. The hoods were, well, we know what the hoods were to hide or mask who they really were. But the Democratic Party was initially a bunch of brutes, a bunch of bullies who wanted things to not change. They were and they still are the face of Jim Crow. And they got their hands up our quote unquote black activist ass. They're the puppet masters. Listening to Al Sharp, Reverend Al Sharp. And where's his church? Somebody tell me. Put it up here. Somebody tell me where's he a reverend of Reverend Al? Where's he a reverend of anything? Where's his church? Where's his flock? Jesse, any of them. These are the people they put out in front of us to take the blow and the blunt of things when things don't go our way. Prime example, like the mandatory minimums and the pipeline to prison situation that went on in the early 90s with Joe Biden and Bill Clinton. You had Jesse and you had all of these quote unquote leaders who were with that because they got a check. Okay, let me read. Someone said we have to unite as one. Even Kim Young Jung said black people will never win till we come together, support our own business and money. Divided we fall. Yeah. So true. Many of them dress like senators, governors, and presidents. I'm just saying. Many of who? If you're just joining the room, the topic this evening, once again, is not whether it's real, but the question is it true? Earlier on, I read the letters to Willie Lynch, who actually, it's an argument whether or not he was real or not, but the doctrine is real when it comes to us as black people as a whole. There is young against old, there's light against dark, there's female against male, male against female, and how we view ourselves. And we have so many personal issues or so many personal abuses that we go undiagnosed or unhelped. PTSD, no therapy. Yeah, they do. Many of the senators and governors and presidents act like slave owners or dress like slave owners. Yes, they do. But the first real push by the Democrats was the red shirts many years ago after the great turnout, where at that point in time, black men had the right to vote. So the red shirts were a brute gang who actually would show up at people's houses and say, hey, if you vote, we'll kill your first son and kill you too. So yeah, that became that. But as time went on, people had to hide their hand. Someone said, like I said, we too divided. We're too divided? Is that what you mean? We are too divided? Yeah, we are. Those perpetuating Willie Lynchism. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay. Well, I mean, when you have a table before you and someone's showing, let's say you're hungry tonight and someone put a buffet out there before you, but they're constantly telling you you can't sit at the table to eat. Well, hand you a bag. You don't know what's in the bag. You know some food, but you don't know what it is. You don't know where it came from. You don't know how. You just eat in the bag. But you're standing in a corner or outside or wherever they actually have you. And they're telling you things you have to do to get your bag. Well, why don't you bring those forks over here? Why don't you put that bag over there by the thing so we can put this in? Why don't you clear this over here and put that there? Then go out back and we'll bring you your bag. Never having a place at the table. We doing all the work just like it is and just like it has been. We did all the work in this country. We built this. As a business owner, the greatest thing, like I said before, is you could have is free labor. It is the most priceless commodity that you can have as a business owner. It sets you so far ahead. In the early 2000s, when you talked about the entertainment industry, fashion business, so on and so forth, they had armies of interns, and it was free labor. This is how they made their millions so quick. Armies of interns who were willing to come and work for nothing. Not so much nothing, but damn near nothing for those who were receiving some sort of stipend or check. And the others were there because they needed their credits to graduate from college. So yeah, if I'm not paying you this salary, shit, I'm keeping it all. But what do you think happened to us for years and years and years? Yeah. But it's not happening now because a lot of us are really touching our money or in a position where you can live, you know. Let's say you got $2,000 and someone else has $2,000. Hey, the $2,000 is going to spend differently in each household. You might have someone who was able to manage it down to the penny and stretch that $2,000 to $6,000 worth of living. But just being able to be in that position where we as a whole weren't many years ago. We were living for scraps. And then we have our children and grandchildren and even some grown folks out here running around doing the June bug, fighting in Walmarts and shit like that. I never seen a people that has so much to prove it ain't got shit. Is that what we doing, people? We know we get tired. You know, we got our own personal things. Things happen in life. And, you know, what are we really doing? How do we get past that? We know our history. We need to know how to come together as one. Are we too damaged to recover? No, we're not too damaged to recover. But it's going to take an army of people to profess the positivity and act on what is being said or being told. And while y'all look into the history of the Red Cross. There's a lot of fucked up ass organizations out here that people are, man, you have no idea. Yeah. And I'm sure y'all understand too, even with programs like Planned Parenthood, quick to stick you sisters out there in front. We for women. We for y'all. No, the hell you're not. Its founder wasn't for y'all. She wanted all y'all little black babies to be dead. Yeah. I want to throw y'all a curveball. It's for y'all black women in here tonight. Y'all ready? If y'all ready, throw your thumb up. Can I ask you a question? Let's see what's going on. Let me see. You got a thumb up. This is for y'all. This is a curveball. Let me see some thumbs. Let me see something. Y'all ready? Here's the question. Do you ever say, damn, he been through a lot. Let me show him something different? Do you ever say, damn, he been through a lot. Let me show him something different? And him being through a lot or going through a lot doesn't mean he's gone through a lot before you. Shit, he could have gone through a lot with your ass. Oh, I guess not. Okay, back on topic. Oh, my goodness. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling all right? I hope I've enlightened y'all, or at least stoked the fire if you decide you want to go and look up something and see something. Do some fact checking for yourself. Don't start. We as black women have been through worse. No, the hell you haven't. No, you haven't. Lies. Lies you tell. I just said it. It's the black man against everybody. You have allies, sister. Trust me, a white man will make you his bed wench any day of the week and give you anything you want. Give you the keys to the kingdom. You just have to deal with his old fay at the end of the day. We ain't got shit coming. He's threatened by us. Yeah. Yes, we have by our own men. You have what? Been through worse? No, you haven't. You have not. Stop telling stories. Don't make this your personal thing. I'm speaking general. I don't know what you've been through personally. But I'm giving personal counseling. It's going to be $40 if you want to talk to me off. I'm just picking with you. Nope. Nope. No can do. That's for some other show. Somebody else's show, not mine. So, yes, never been the next one in line to hurt a hurt individual. Hey, there's a different right there. See, somebody over here said something different. It's not personal. It's facts. It's your facts. It's your facts. It's your facts. Not the world's, not the general's, the masses' facts. No, middle finger. I'm this. Yeah, I don't do that. Oh, you giving me the middle finger? Wow. That's the first. Oh, okay, because I was about to say, we blocking people on this show now. Yeah, I got to ask the question, man. Because black men, we up against it, y'all. And we've been losing for too long now. We might have to go to our own planet. So, yeah, we opening up our own space X-Man. I got an angry face over here. Who angry at me? What's going on? Anyway, can't please everybody. Thank you, black men. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. You'll be back. Yeah. You know I'm talking shit. It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing. You know the rest. Ain't nothing like the black woman. No matter how crazy y'all are, how much bullshit we have to deal with, at the end of the day, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. Nobody do it like y'all. And that's the facts. Y'all are the only allies that we have, even though we got to fight y'all motherfuckers tooth and nail all the way to the end of the finishless finish line. And you got something to say, and you going to say it. Yeah. That's all right, though. I just thank y'all for joining me this evening. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me. And yeah, man, if you got dreams and visions, push them. You see a young person, man, they misguided, man, touch them. Talk to them. You somewhere out of your area, man, and you look like you're out there by yourself. You see somebody look like you, speak to them. Let them know. What's up, king? What's up, queen? Hey. You know, do your dreams, do your visions. You're not crazy. Shit, they thought Noah was crazy until it began to rain. And yeah, don't buy this brand no more. We got to kind of turn this thing around and make sure that this shit ain't working no more. At least not for us. Because there's a next group of people that they're trying to instill this thing in so they can continue to fill their prisons and their welfare rolls and shit like that. So, and all you're getting, get your money. Get some understanding. Check your facts. Know what you need to know. Because you're always right in your own mind, regardless of what somebody has to say about you. All right? So with that said and done, hey, spread the love.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.